Hey, hey, hey! What's up? Welcome to
Hey.
Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. We are here trying to stay cool, I guess you could say.
Oh my God, it's so hot. It is ridiculously
It
hot.
it is so hot that so apparently the average, so it didn't hit 100 degrees last year until June 30th, which is this weekend. And we've had probably a week straight of 106 or 7 and higher. We're going to have like up to 110, between 108 and 110 for like the next week and a half. There's no, there's nothing under like 107 for like 2 weeks.
There's no
That's just what
relief.
we're at.
There's no relief.
We're literally in between the sun and the earth. We're literally in a hot dryer. I don't, I, like, what can you say? That's just,
You literally
I don't,
cannot. There's nothing you can literally say.
there's nothing. There's nothing. So yeah, that's what's happening here in Vegas. Hopefully the rest of you are staying cool. I know there's a heat wave on the East Coast. I know Phoenix is always hotter than us. So I don't know what's going to happen for that All-Star game in the Phoenix because they're going to be melting out there. Melting. Because unlike here when we had it Michelob Ultra Arena, you could be in the hotel, it was air conditioning, you walk straight into the arena. Not in Phoenix. Phoenix, you're walking the streets to get to the arena. Your hotels aren't attached to the arena. So good
Yeah.
luck in Phoenix,
Good luck.
people.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated is
That's all I
right.
can
Oh
say.
my goodness.
Right.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. So we got to get into some hot topics other than it being super hot. If you saw it earlier, Alex Morgan, who 35 years old, been a three-time Olympian, was not chosen to be part of the 18-player Olympic roster for the U.S. Women's National Team. It's the first time since 2008 that she has not been part of the U.S. Women's National Team for competitive play. They got a new
That's
manager, Emma
ridiculous.
Hayes. She made the decision. What are your thoughts on Alex not being part of the
I
team?
mean, it's just kind of a little ridiculous. I mean, this woman has proven herself time and time again, and this replacement, it's like, what's really going on here? And I know 18 years, I get it. You want somebody new, fresh, that kind of thing, but the way they did it, I think I have more of a problem with. She didn't even know. Like, she honestly was like just kind of blindsided to the whole thing, and I think that's a little unfair too.
Yeah, it sucks that she didn't even know about it. But I
Yeah,
understand as far as like, just like in everything, age starts becoming a factor.
yeah,
I
it
know she
does.
had
It does.
injuries. They got like a real fresh young team, a lot younger
Right.
than they usually have had. We would,
But
it's definitely
again, to give her the courtesy of saying, "Listen, this is the direction we're going," but she could have read the
right.
room too. She should have known the roster was changing. Should have seen the signs when Megan Rapinoe was bowing out, like that it's coming. But again, just for that tenure that she had, the courtesy should have at least been there.
It would
But
have been nice, but of course we know that you
sports
don't
is
ever
cutthroat. It's
get.
business.
Yeah, it's a business.
It's
It's
a
a
business.
business. Speaking
Mm-hmm.
of business, I'm hoping that at some point in my emails, I might have signed up to be part of this class action lawsuit. But the Sunday ticket, we've had major discussions about it since last year when they opted to go
Right.
with YouTube TV. I was refusing to pay. I did not pay. So there's a class action lawsuit that's been going on for a while. Um, Deliberations are to begin today for both sides. They're supposed to, basically, the class action covers about 2.4 residential customers, 48,000 businesses who paid for DirecTV between 2011 and 2022. They claim that the league broke antitrust laws by selling its package for Sunday games aired on CBS and Fox to it at an inflated price. And the process, the customers are saying that the NFL restricted competition by offering the ticket only at a satellite provider. So this is mainly, I think, more towards the DirecTV time, which is the time I've had it. Should the NFL be found liable, a jury could award them $7 billion in damages, but also up to as much as $21 billion for the antitrust. I just want a piece of that money. That's all. Give me a
We
piece.
knew it was some bogus stuff going on when YouTube was even announcing doing this. And you had screamed shenanigans the whole time about this. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. What a time to be alive.
What a
Didn't see that
time.
coming on my bingo card, but they need
That was
to.
not on my bingo card
Yeah.
whatsoever. I just, what can you do? What can you do?
But the atonement is here, and here we are. What's up,
What's up to
Mike?
our boy Mike Dixon, Vegas
Mike
Sports Daily in the
Dixon. Thanks for
house.
stepping in.
Hey Heather, what's going
Hi,
on?
Heather, my girl.
Yes, luckily Facebook did end up working for us. There was an issue with StreamYard, but we are up. But of course, you can always go to our YouTube, subscribe to Girl Chat Sports, hit up the Fuel Sports Network, watch us on the apps on Roku and Fire Stick. Whew, got that out the way. So
Yes.
that's what's happening. Now we need to discuss. We're going to get into it. We're not going to talk all about Aces and WNBA right now, but we need to talk about the A'ja Wilson logo and the perplexity that has happened regarding it. If you don't know, this is a logo. She also already has her chain. This is what we're seeing. Now, there's a big named women's sports affiliation news company, media outlet, Just Women's Sports.
Yeah.
This is what they posted.
A'ja Wilson signature shoe logo. Do we like it?
It looks like a vertebrae. It looks like it should be in your spine. That literally, this is like L5 or something. Like, I am just going to throw that out there.
What is it?
She drew a star in the A of her signature, which is accentuated in her logo in an energetic and playful way.
I just want you guys to know I interneted the thing. It has the A and then they added some S's, and so it's just ass.
Wow.
These are women in a professional space or setting. They have thousands of followers. They had at least 78,000 on Twitter, okay, mind you. And we've followed them. I had to unfollow them after this because they've had good content. But here's my issue. Whatever you think about the logo, there was like a bazillion, 55 million people that wanted A'ja Wilson to have her own shoe. They were up in arms. Caitlin had one. Where's A'ja's? Where's A'ja's? A'ja tells you she's been working on it. She's working on it so hard that she's working on doing it her way. She wants it to be the way she wants it, developing her logo, developing her shoe the way she wants it. She comes out with it. This is the logo. And now everybody wants to bash on the logo. Why? She has a shoe. This is what she wanted. It wasn't like somebody said, "Oh, A'ja, we're gonna make you a shoe. Here's your logo." She said, "This is what she's doing. This is her design."
And you know what? For all intents and purposes, you can't knock her creativity. Art is always subjective. It is always the mind of the artist of what they want to convey, whether you like it or not, whether you understand it or not. I looked at it and was like trying to make sense of it. I was just like, okay, I'm just trying to see the A, and then I see, is that a 1? Like, I'm looking at it as a
star,
a 1, is it a 1? But not in any of that would I ever dare say it's trash, it's ass, it's a vertebrae. None of that ever came into my wheelhouse thinking of that.
But also as a woman supporting women, why are those the things you're coming out your mouth?
Because women falsely support women. Let's be clear, okay? So you can be catty and you can be petty and you can be hateful and you can be spiteful. That is some of the nature of DNA of women at times. However, this is A'ja Wilson we're talking about. This is a woman who has multiple MVPs, back-to-back champion, NCAA champion, Olympian. Like, our resume speaks for itself. And if Nike allowed her to do her own individuality that doesn't look like anybody else, and you know it's hers, let her go. Let her work it. Cook. And this, where's the shirts are sold out? Let's just be clear. I couldn't get a shirt today. They're all sold out. How's that? We're looking for these women.
So on the right, the logo shirt is all sold out. The one that says, of course, she has a shoe.com, that one is almost all sold out. Yeah. They only have like large and extra large, I think. So this was A'ja's response. I get people are going to have their opinions, and I think pieces, and that's all fine and dandy. It's all part of it. But this is lame ASF coming from a site that's supposed to be for us. But it up. The A-Star collection is about to be so much fun and a great collection for everyone. The only ass I see are the people a part of this segment. Alicia also chimed in, AC or Alicia Clark. I unfollowed them a while ago because they were on some weirdo stuff with how they talked about or celebrated certain players and teams.
Yeah, so they have biases. and that's okay.
Clear.
But at the same time, if you are mentioning women and you're about women, and maybe their platform isn't about empowerment, maybe they're women, maybe it's a fugazi, maybe it's a facade. They have now been exposed to who they really are. So yes,
Yeah.
it's highly recommended that you don't you do unfollow them, because they're not promoting any positivity in the light of where the WNBA is coming right now, where Asia is right now. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Hey, unfollow them, follow us. How about that?
Right. How about that? You
I
never
mean,
know. That never came across my mind to say it looked like a vertebrae, is this, is that. Like, it never came across my
or
mind.
to find the image of, no, I'm sorry. I
don't see that either.
I think we all wanted definition as to how it came about. I don't think, but the thing is that I don't see anybody else in these groups trying to depict or figure out what's happening with other people's logos. We didn't hear about it with, Sabrina, or if we haven't seen Caitlin's yet, but no one else is chiming in on other women's logos and what they represent. So why is this one the one that's being critiqued so much? Is it that, like, why, or for any logo, like, did anybody question why Shaq, why these, were we expecting to see Asia's silhouette as a logo? Like, I'm not sure what people were expecting, but it's a brand. And if you want your brand to be however you want to, why does it matter to these people with their opinions?
And like I said, it's artistic. It's always subject to interpretation, and people can take it or receive it however they want to, because it's artistic, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
it never should be deemed in a negative light. This is where your right brain opens up to whatever you want it to be, regardless
of
what
and they weren't the only people out there talking about it. There's, of course, a lot of men bashing it and a lot of other people bashing it.
Well, that's the thing that you have that opens the gate, because now women can't even be on the same side of this, because now we have men like, see, there's women out there that agree with us and say this isn't cool either, and it looks like this and that. So that's what we didn't want, and here we are.
But otherwise, the A1 will be released in 2025. So next year, get ready for that. Other than that, get ready for a restock, because Nike sold out of these A1 logo t-shirts.
And I want the charm necklace too. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Right? Like, can we get some duplicates out here?
Yeah, like, I want all of that. Because what I see is an A1. Like, I don't know what we're talking about right now. I want all of that.
It's the A, the one, the little star, like how she does her A with the star.
I'm not opposed to it whatsoever. Like, what are we talking about right now?
I'm for it. I'm for her having.
Why do you have to be so cookie cutter with everything? Be the individual that you are.
There's always going to be some kind of. The thing is that everybody feels there has to be a debate. Like, you can have an opinion, but why do you have to be angry or upset over somebody else's actions that have no importance in your life? Like, it's not relevant in your life. So how
I
is
really
it
need those ladies to walk out the door and go touch some grass, because they are tripping.
Some grass.
Like, touch some grass. Like, for real. Like, y'all bugging out.
All right, before we get into more Aces news, we do got to give a couple of Hugo-Doris updates. I think we've missed Hugo-Doris last couple weeks because we've been busy and keeping a short schedule and whatnot. We got to give an update for the Chiefs defensive, or ex-former Chiefs defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs. So we talked about how he had got charged on the 30th with the second-degree animal cruelty, right? Yeah. Well, since then, he was out on bail, but his bail got revoked because on June 16th, he was arrested in Tuscaloosa for domestic violence and burglary. So he's been back in jail. He turned himself in. He's been there, I think, since Monday.
Wow, you keep playing in Alabama like this.
Listen, so he no longer with the Chiefs, and we'll see what happens for him. They talked about this being like an issue because Tuscaloosa, somebody there wanted him to shut his hookah lounge down. Right. But now you got a burglary and a DV charge on top of it, and your bail was revoked. So interesting turn of events.
A mess.
All right, let's get into our Aces. We are away this week. So tomorrow we face the Sky. It's the first time we're going to be facing Angel Reese and the Sky in Chicago. 4:00 our time, Prime Video. We then head to Washington, D.C. to take on the Mystics on Saturday, 11 a.m. Listen, we're on a 2-0 streak since Chelsea got back. So what's happening?
We can keep it up. I think we got both of those games. Definitely the Mystics, and I think definitely the Sky. If we can take down the Connecticut Sun, I think we definitely can.
I think it'll be interesting. We've had like what 4 or 5 days off as far as some games. So just seeing how much Jessica got into the fold, because here's the deal: playing against Cardoso and Angel Reese, Asia, as amazing as she is offensively, defensively she can't cover both of them.
No,
so
she needs help. She needs help. There's no way.
So either Kia is going to continue on stepping up, or maybe Jessica got into the fold some. We'll see if she'll be playing any minutes this week. It's going to be interesting to see defensively, because we have hurt on defense, how that's going to work for the Aces, and especially down low in the box. So
yeah, right.
We will tune into that one. But speaking of Asia, Western Conference Player of the Week again, averaging 26 points a game, 12 rebounds a game. I mean, what can't she do? Can we just give her the MVP already? I mean, it's pretty much.
Hand it on over to her for real.
Yeah. And for all those that are out voting still, we'll talk about the WNBA All-Star voting still. But listen, the ESPYs are coming. I believe it's the end of July. ESPY voting is taking place now. Go to espys.com/ESPYs and vote. You have until July 11th. Asia Wilson is up for Best WNBA Player nominee, as well as Best Athlete in Women's Sports. The Las Vegas Aces are also a nominee for Best Team. So get out there, make your votes count, make your votes heard. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Let's help that girl win. Let's help her win. She deserves it.
I will say this: we'll get to it a little bit later in our WNBA discussion. But Caitlin Clark is also up for Best Athlete Women's Sports too. Yes.
Why?
Not for Best WNBA Athlete, but she has 3 categories. We'll get into it, but just a heads up. So this is obviously, it's going to be playing out as we get closer to the ESPYs. We'll see how that goes. So get your votes out. Get Asia, get the Aces in there. We want to hear from them. We want to. We'll talk about it.
Gotta talk about this.
It's a lot. But speaking of Asia, the Aces, they have their In the Paint series that are shown on the SSCN network as well as on their YouTube. It just posted tonight, right now on YouTube In the Paint. Here's a brief intro into the Unapologetically Her.
We don't want to be the angry Black woman or the aggressive Black woman. We just want to be seen as human beings in this world. We just want to be heard when we speak. We just want to be respected. I don't want to have to be unapologetic for you to hear me. I want to be able to whisper if I want to.
I think the vulnerability of Asia Wilson has always been a part of who she is, which is what makes her so relatable and what makes her so easy to love.
I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great and looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate. That's how I get the best out of my kid.
I've been angry and humiliated and belittled and unheard. I've been down and depressed and lost at certain points in my life. But you know what? It didn't stop me. It didn't deter me. It didn't shut me up. I've taken many losses in my life, but my voice is undefeated.
Here we go, and there it is. So whatever those outside voices about logos and all that other crap and what these men are saying or not covering her, she stands in her truth. She stands on business, and she's out there to do the extreme of what she loves. And she has so much heart behind it. So, hey, I'm all about it. Shout out to the intro, though, even with the girls at the game. Shout out to the movie Belly, because that Belly intro.
And that Belly intro was so cold. Woo! It really is. It's an amazing place. Other funny, interesting news with the Aces. So Kate Martin got interviewed because she found out earlier this week that she was 12th in All-Star voting. 12th. And of course, she humbly was like, I appreciate my fans. I love the support, but there are plenty of women who deserve this more than me. I do not need to be here. They need to be going to All-Star Weekend. I haven't done anything to get this credit. So it just shows you, obviously, the fan base, of course, they got from Iowa. But Kate, so humble, so sweet, and just, saying like, hey, I appreciate it, but there's people that this is what they deserve. I wouldn't even blame Kate because she probably wants a break. Like All-Star Weekend is like your first break since last fall.
And she's gonna have all-star appearances. Let's be clear.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
if anything, she can definitely stay in that Roy conversation as the season progresses. But yeah, you gotta look out for the ones that pave the way for you to be here. And if you got better veterans, you know, you're just beginning out. You're just getting started. So it makes sense on every level of what she said. So big ups to her. And I like Money Martin. Like, she's one of my
I love her.
now. So.
Yeah, she's definitely a fave.
Yeah.
She's super sweet.
Scrappy,
I love
she
how
gets out there. Yeah.
she fell into like the perfect situation, the perfect team, the teammates that are supportive of her. It's a really good look.
Yeah, it totally fits. It totally fits who she is and what it's all about. Yeah.
What's up, Jonathan Watson? And again, they have celebrated their 300th episode for Sports for You last night.
And I meant to tap in to
congratulations to them.
Yes, congratulations.
Absolutely.
Man, shout out to Sports for You. I love it.
Some more Vegas news. Like, listen, we are packed right now. Even though it's an off season, like there's no more NHL as far as regular playoffs or season goes. Right. We have no football. NBA is over. The NHL awards are here tomorrow. They're at the Resort World. I forgot what their like hall is called, but the Resorts World has the NHL awards. Friday night, Saturday morning, you've got the NHL draft at the Sphere. Here's some of the mock-ups already of what's happening inside the Sphere and outside the Sphere. It's going to be a whole look. It's going to be crazy over there. It's going to be crazy on the Strip tomorrow, period, on Friday, because not only do you have the draft Friday night, but you also have, you've got soccer at Allegiant Stadium, Paraguay, Brazil. This is the Conbella, I don't know how to say it. It's one of the Copa American 2004 games happening at 6 o'clock. I think the draft starts at like 7 or 8 or 6 or 7, I think, like that. So just be mindful on the Friday after work. There's going to be a lot of traffic.
Traffic is about to be insane.
It's about to be wild.
Yes.
We also got the lights popping off this Saturday. It's their Pride match. So if you want to get out there and support the lights, again, and they'll probably be like 108 degrees outside. So just be responsible, understand. And hey, I got to talk about my very first Vegas Nighthawks game. Look at Logan Thompson was there to do the coin flip. Our VGK, of course. The Vegas Nighthawks did win, so that was a great win for them back at home. Here's a quick little video. We had great seats, and it was a whole little vibe in there. Shout out to Natalie. The Dollar Loan Center is a great little, the Lee's family
I'm like, where's it at?
The LFF is a great little spot. It looks really good, but I do need to give a little bit of a vent. You know, I went there for one purpose. Well, two, obviously, to see the games for my first time. But two, I was in it for the bucket hat. We're talking about the reversible bucket hat. It's the red with the logo on the outside, reversed into a Nighthawks on the black on the inside. Go to check in to get our hat. Guess what?
No hat.
No hat. The lady we checked in with mentioned, oh, well, there's a lock on this door that we don't have access to. So we're going to give you free tickets for one of our last 2 home games. You can come pick it up then. Okay, fine. We got another email that said, pick your day. They'll be sorry, we can't control the mailing or like the delivery systems. And I was like, can you guys get your story straight? Number one. Number two, they also came to the seats, found us, gave us some cute little, where's my football at? Oh, here it is. We did get a cute little Nighthawks mini football. Not the hat though. So I will be going back on July 20th for their last home game to retrieve my bucket hat. And you know me, I'm the queen of email. So I sure as hell did email them back and ask for free parking.
I know you did.
And I got that too. Got my free parking too. So anyways, that's the story. We had a ball at the Nighthawks game. That was a good look. Also, we got this bucket of popcorn, and the bucket refills for, it's like, I don't know, it's probably like $15, $16, but you can bring it back for any Vegas Nighthawks game, any of the hockey games, any game in there, and refill it for $6.
Nice.
Yeah, a bargain. It was good. So
what's the story with the hats then? Did they just run out or didn't expect as many people?
No, they didn't. Nobody had one. With the lady, I don't know, some of their media or PR interns, who knows, they weren't. She just mentioned that they were in a place that they couldn't open, they have no access to. Well, the email then said they can't control the delivery issue. So whatever story was right, nobody had a hat on, nobody got a hat, but everybody did get free tickets to return to either one of the 2 last home games. So that's kind of what we're doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I just
right. Let's talk about this Commissioner's Cup. We've got the new champion, the Minnesota Lynx. Of course, with the MVP, Nafisa Collier. Not to say that I wasn't surprised Nafisa got it, but Bridget Carlton outscored her and was shined for like 6 3-pointers during the cup. So I was like, interesting. But I mean, they both did well. Happy birthday to Kayla McBride. They won on her birthday. It was dope to see her get in there and then take them a liberty. Like, how do you not love that, right?
Right, exactly. I think it's just amazing. I was happy for them. I really was. So
I was. It was good luck.
Yeah, it was.
We also had
sad, bittersweet that Aces weren't,
I know we weren't in it.
But that's okay. That's okay. Change is good. Motivation's good. We like to see variety. It can't be us all the time being winners. We win in other ways, but like championship games. But they definitely celebrated like a championship.
Yeah, they did. And hey, we didn't win the Commissioner's Cup last year, but we did win a better championship last year. So let's just keep that on the momentum. Let's just keep that
exactly right. And not for nothing. A lot of shout out to Bitcoin because they did allocate a lot of the monies. We still got monies going to certain things. Each team did get a stipend to go to an organization for charity. I think Nevada, absolutely. I think for the Aces, it was a women's rights group. So all of that is good. Like, it's just an empowering thing all the way around for all of this when it comes to the championship, the Commissioner's Cup. So,
and everybody on the Lynx did get to take home about $41,000 per $1,000 in their pocket. So for some, that's almost like most, if not half, their salary for during the year. So everybody's getting a nice little bonus. You can't beat that. But beyond that, we've kind of had a drought in W. We went from like one of the biggest games of the season with Fever and the Sky on Sunday, which was an incredible game. Just watching 2 great women in sports battle it out on the court on Sunday was great. Of course, Angel Reese from the Sky came out on top. Angel, she has the most rebounds in a game by a rookie this season. She actually has the top 2 right there, and then mentions that she is a dog. She had 25 points to her career high as well as 16 rebounds. And they did beat the Fever. But listen, the Fever stuck in there. Caitlin had a great game too. Caitlin, Magic took to Twitter talking about how he feels that the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese impact on the WNBA reminds him a lot of Larry Bird and his impact on the NBA. Both of course meeting the NCAA championship and then going into the NBA, the league at the same time and battling it out. So
we already cited that was the same significance of what we're seeing with these 2 women. So bring it on. And everybody, it's that same energy that we're getting. So
all right. So speaking into the Caitlin Clark situation, of course, so she actually also won a second Honda Cup, which honors the top NCAA women's athletes in the country, not only for their athleticism, but leadership, academic excellence, and community service. She joins her idol, Maya Moore, as the only other 2-time winner back-to-back. She's the 4th player to win, and of course, only 2 have won back-to-back. So big kudos to her. But so for the ESPYs this year, she is nominated for Best Athlete Women's Sports, Best College Athlete Women's Sports, and Best Record-Breaking Performance, of course, for her breaking the career points that we know she did. So I understand the collegiate one. I understand the best record.
I know she didn't win a championship.
No, I'm not talking about best women's. I'm talking about the other two, like best college women's. I mean, yeah, I don't know
She
who
didn't
the
win a
other two.
championship. She's not the best. She did a
Okay.
phenomenal, got looks, but she's not the best. She didn't
Yeah.
win a championship.
And I don't know who she's going against in those other two categories, but as far as best athlete in women's sports, it's Asia Wilson, Coco Gauff, Nelly Korda in golf, and then her.
See, I don't even think she should be even in that conversation either. No, the only one I see is the one with Pistol Pete Maravich. That's the only one that should be like, I hand that to you on that, and that might be the only one she gets.
Here's the deal: when you can say best collegiate athlete women's sports, she didn't win a championship, but they still need to have more than one person to vote for. So she's part of those people you can vote for. Not saying she gets it or should get it, but you need to have a group of, X amount of number of 4 or 5 people that you can vote on to win it. I think she's definitely one of those best women's sport, collegiate sports that you could say to put in that category. Not that she should win it, but I feel like
honestly, you're right. You have a point there with that. Also, I just think with Paige out there and Juju and Cordoza and Angel Reese and a few others out there of the names could be endless on that list. But
but this is every year. So
yeah.
Juju also didn't get even past the X amount of round.
Right.
Paige really didn't get farther either. And so they still have more of their collegiate years left too. So we'll see. I don't even know who else is in that category, but it will be.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who's the nominee? Who else is in that?
I don't know what else that category is. I honestly didn't sign that one. So if anybody's in the chat and knows who she's going against, please feel free to let us know.
I feel like even having that pushed is like she's the only one, like a sole one. They're not listing any of the other nominees in that. I'm just curious. I have to Google.
Yeah, I don't know. Heather chimed in. She said she'll get one of those, probably collegiate. Championships are a team effort. Her personal achievements still warrant recognition. Very fair.
That's true. That's true. True that.
She'll get one of them. I don't think
the
she'll
one
get
for passing the most points. I think that one definitely.
Yeah, because that's across the board.
That one has her name on it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Other WNBA news: Cameron Brink posted after her successful ACL surgery that she's got so much joy and that there's a lot of change going around. So we keep her in our thoughts. I know. But since she is unable to take part in the Olympics because of the injury, they did bring up and select Dearica Hamby to join the Team USA's 3v3 team. So super excited to see Dearica there. I think she deserves it. Great opportunity for her. And then just so you all know, Amaya's still out there trying to get everybody to vote for her mom to be in the All-Star game. Look how much she's grown. She got her adult.
I know. In the front. She's a person. She's not a little one anymore. She's a little person.
So crazy.
It is.
So make sure you're getting out there. Voting is good until Saturday. Get in voting for the WNBA app. There is one more 2-for-1 day, which is the 27th, which is tomorrow. So you'll get 2 votes for the one that you make. Again, get out there. WNBA voting for All-Star is almost over with.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's happening. It's coming soon.
Coming up fast. Yep.
Coming up real soon. The NBA draft, I'm sure it's still continuing on. I did check out the beginning. So it's been a France explosion. There was, I think, 5 French players in like the first 8 picks. The first pick is Zachary. He pronounced it, and I was like, "There's no way I'm saying that." So
yeah, I was trying to pronounce it too. But you got the first 2 top draft picks out of France, and I think after that there was a 4th pick from France and one of a couple.
I'd say like the first out of the 10 to 15 first picks, it was pretty much predominantly overseas players. There was a handful that were local.
I think Zach Eddy, who everybody was having their eyes on. I think he was gonna be the number 1.
Traded up for him, so that's gonna be interesting. I mean,
his going to the Grizzlies is a great move. I mean, they need him. So I think for a center, and the Grizzlies really don't have. And listen.
I thought he went to the Timberwolves.
No, he's with the Grizzlies.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's with the Grizzlies. That's gonna be interesting, and not for nothing. Both of the 2 guys from France. This is the Wemby effect. So you got a guy that's 6'9", and you got a guy that's 7 foot. One's a shooting forward, one's a power forward. This is all in the lens of Wemby effect to see what these big boys can do. So One is on an
That's
Eastern
wild.
Conference team. The other was on a Western Conference team. Let's see how that looks. I'm curious with Atlanta how that makeup's going to be for him. So yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure. There's a lot going on. Of course, you already had trades that have happened so far in the NBA. You had the big one with, now they call them the Villanova Knicks, because you've got Bridges going to New York to join the rest of his Villanova teammates to take on as the Knicks continue to pile up and trying to come back for next season. You have Bam Adebayo signing an extension. There's all these rumors of, is Paul George trying to get to the Warriors? The Warriors want Paul George. Warriors are shopping Wiggins. DeRozan wants out of Chicago if Paul George leaves the Clippers. It's ongoing.
I see Caruso went down to OKC.
Yeah, and we got nothing for that. We got the
guy that was accused of messing with a minor.
We got the
accused, really charged for messing with a minor.
child molester.
Yeah. Still playing.
Oh man, yeah.
I know.
So,
hey, listen, the Nets are stupid. I mean, this is the same thing we saw with Phoenix giving up Mikal Bridges. You don't give up a guy like Mikal Bridges, but carry on. I mean, this is going to be nice to see with the Knicks. I don't know how the Julius Randle effect is going to go in that mix, but yeah.
It'll be interesting. And then we also
up a lot for this. It's crazy to me. So I'm just like, what were they thinking? But
what was it, like 4 or 5 first-round draft picks? Like,
they gave up a lot. Like, and and Mikal Bridges, like, come on, that's dumb. But whatever.
I mean, hey, you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. So we'll see how that goes. Bronny has not been picked yet. Shocking news.
Yeah, we're kind of thinking he'll go second round. Yeah. I was always thinking he wouldn't do first round, but honestly, these first picks don't mean anything. We've learned the lessons of Anthony Bennett and a few others.
Absolutely.
Big first round matters not. Okay, he's definitely going to get drafted. It's just a matter is he going to the LA team to play with his dad, or is he going somewhere else? That's what we want to know.
Phoenix is staying in the conversation.
We just want to know where Bronny's going. We know he's getting picked. We just want to know if he's coming to LA or is he staying? Is he going somewhere else? What's the tea on that?
We will see what happens more with that. So stay tuned. We've also got to talk about some Major League Baseball news tonight. Ohtani just broke a franchise record for the Dodgers.
He sure did.
10 straight games with an RBI.
Yep.
And not just RBIs, most of them have been like home runs.
Home runs. Yep. We knew what we were getting with Showtime. This is Showtime.
Oh,
we knew what we were getting. We knew what we expected. This is putting your dollars to work looks like. Putting all your money into something and seeing the payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be no excuses if we can't go to the World Series. There really none. Like, I'm just biding my time. I don't want to overhype it. I just want this effect
Staying calm, being cool.
Stay calm, be cool about it. Like, it's Ohtani. Like, what did you expect? We put our money on this guy.
And he hasn't even pitched yet. He hasn't even pitched yet. The man is just hitting.
He has not pitched yet, and he's just producing being a hitter. So, listen, let's go. I'm not complaining.
Wild. Gotta get
this is what your money looks like. This is what the money looks like.
The Giants repped for Willie Mays earlier this week, all wearing number 24 jerseys, which was dope to see. You also got to see the Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum there and Brown heading out for the Red Sox game in Boston. I believe they actually came back and won that game too. So maybe the trophy was luck. Hey, you never know. And then you got this Orioles fan who caught a ball barehanded with his phone and a drink in the hand. What kind of skills? Not to mention it was like over the railing. Like the thing was about to fly out of the ballpark, and he was over the railing with one bare hand and caught that thing.
Yeah, he knew. He knew.
He got talent. Maybe they need to start drafting.
Yeah, he knew what to do.
Some of these guys. Yeah. All-Star game is in Texas this year. They did finally break out the logo for this year's All-Star merch. All-Star voting is open, and right now, Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper are leading both the AL and NL in votes, but still plenty of time to go. So, a lot of voting happening. A lot of votes.
Yeah. Stay online. Just click, 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 click. Pick your favorite player. Let's go.
Absolutely. Man, listen. Whew, it's a lot. Hey, April, she was the R.I.P. Willie Mays, of
Yes,
course.
Say Kid. Yes, the
She
history of it
also
all.
mentioned that
And
she'd
you
love to
know,
see Bronny go to an opposing team and play against his dad.
yeah, I
If
would
he
like
goes to
that
our
too.
team,
It'd be nice to go
that'd
to
be
a
interesting.
rival team like Boston or maybe somewhere on the West Coast like the Clippers, or maybe go to, I don't know, Cleveland, take it back home, but whatever.
I bet you that would be cool, but I'm sure he might, maybe he wants to stay in the locale of the Southwest
Yeah,
United States
right,
just
likes
to
the
be
West
closer
Coast.
to
I mean, you
home.
can't knock
So,
it.
yeah,
So,
you never know. In some NFL news,
what is this?
Travis joined Taylor on stage for one of her Era Tour stops.
You know what? What the hell is this?
They're just trying to buy. Did you also know? I don't know if this is any tie because, of course, a lot of the Taylor fans out there are pretty hyped and probably, whatever. Hallmark, who makes all these movies and stuff on TV, a lot of the holiday movies. They're going to be shooting a special holiday movie from Chiefs Stadium this summer and having a special. I don't know what the movie's about or what the show is about, but Hallmark is teaming up with the Chiefs to film their show there inside the stadium. I would have never put those two together, but you got the Chiefs who have a bunch of players getting in trouble with the law and the Hallmark station, which is like this warm, fuzzy place of movies and TV shows. Just,
I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. You got to kick your own team that's coming with these values and all that, and Hallmark be right on with that sometimes. So.
Oh no!
That
Don't make it a put a woman in her place movie with Hallmark. Dare.
I don't know. That's just what
man. Jacksonville Jaguars, the Jacksonville city of Jacksonville also approved a $1.4 billion to renovate and rebuild the stadium of the future. They're hoping to keep the Jags in Duval for 30 more years. We'll see if that does happen or not. But that's a lot. We also, shout out to Natalie and her Giants. We got like 3 or 4 different kinds of Hard Knocks happening this season. But the first official Hard Knocks that's new for this year is the off-season show, which is featuring the Giants. And here's a look at that.
Our team's not built. We're still adding pieces. But we still have the draft and free agency.
What about Brian Burns? Have you looked at Brian Burns? We would have to trade like 2 2s, and then you have to pay him $28-29 million.
Breaking news. Brian Burns to the New York Giants.
I'm a G-man.
With the 6th pick, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors.
You ready to be a New York Giant?
Yes, sir. Let's do it. I am 5 months from the surgery, so progressing that. I've gotten hurt, but not like this.
When you win here, it's unlike anywhere else. If you lose, they're going to be on your ass. It's New York, man.
He's doing everything he can to get back on the field.
Saquon, can you give me your word on that, or are you not going to give us a chance?
My job is to do what's best for the franchise.
Let's go!
I don't know how excited I am for the offseason.
And why on the Giants? Like, really?
The only episode I want to watch is when they know that Saquon's not coming. I don't know. Yeah.
They got it for everybody this time. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a lot. Another thing that's a lot is Russell Wilson in the boxing ring showing off his boxing body and getting it in with the boxing coach Freddie Roach. So.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Mind you, he posted a video of him boxing, but he literally is punching this slow. And he's doing like 4 of these.
I'm still confused about.
Go ahead. Did you get it? You need it again?
What in the B cup was that? It's not enough, and something's jiggling across here. Why?
I figured if you're gonna post to being back in the ring, like I figured like we'd be seeing some like boxing, like some, I don't know. That looks
I
like
need to see more
something.
training for him. He's got to get it together. He is now the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have invested a season into this guy. I need him to do better. I just need him to get into whatever you got to do. I was not expecting any of that.
Bingo card action.
I didn't need to see that.
Said
I
Vika.
didn't need to see any of that. And like I said, I don't want to, talk about people's bodies because some people have,
He supposedly is trying to bulk up some or putting on some muscle for the season.
Well, I need push-ups to go with that too. And I know I can't talk,
Right.
because like I said,
We're in no
everybody
place
has
to
something.
body shame anyone else.
I'm not trying to body shame or anything, but that is just what caught my attention. It just seemed a little concerning. It was something I did not need to see, and I'm just speaking it.
Sorry for that. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, I would have preferred the tank top and him boxing and moving slow. I just did not see that coming.
I'm sure Sierra was there taping it, so who knows?
She loves it, and if she loves it,
course.
girl,
She
go.
loves it.
And
She loves it. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not even about to disclose about my guy. We all have those guys that have some. Listen, I know.
It's
but
okay.
Abs are
but you're not
hard,
going to really be showing it off just for, like, here's me.
Oh, he's going to show it off. He don't care. But the thing of it is, it's fine for me. But I just didn't see the...
You weren't ready for it. You weren't prepared.
I wasn't ready for it, and I didn't see the balance and the flow. You've got these rock hard abs, and then I'm seeing this in slow punches. So I don't know. I'm confused.
It was the baby practice punches for me. Like if I'm posting a boxing video, it's gonna be me on a bag or doing something more than just doing this.
Yeah, that could have been. I didn't even see it. I don't even know where you found this. I'd rather you had not shown it, but now it's in my head. So. Hopefully, like I said, you got, sir. You started off quarterback for the Pittsburgh. I need you to just get it together. And I'm sure he's ready. But I just.
Oh man! Hey, we got to talk about.
I don't remember seeing pecs like that. I don't remember seeing his pecs like that. I just don't recall his pecs looking like that.
They do now. So, NHL, we have a new Stanley Cup champion. The Florida Panthers did pull it off after the Oilers had come back from an 0-3 deficit in the series.
I know. I really was pulling for the Oilers, too. I was hoping this would be a whole first for them and first for them coming back from an 0-3. But
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Hey, give it up to the Oilers first. Coming back from 0-3,
that's what I'm saying.
making it to a game 7. It was a close game 7. They won 2-1. It was very close.
I mean, it made this more of an exciting series than the NBA championship series. I mean, this series was lit because of the simple fact that they had gone up to 3-4 to force a game 7. I was all
Connor
for
McDavid breaking all those Wayne Gretzky records. He becomes the 6th player and only the 2nd non-goalie to win the playoff MVP on a losing team. You know it's big time when you're the MVP of the playoffs on a losing team.
Yeah.
Come on now. So the Panthers took no time to start celebrating and even brought Lord Stanley to the Atlantic Ocean.
Let's go!
I don't know if it's just me, but I swore Lord Stanley was floating for a second. Like
Lord Stanley probably was, but it was a nice baptismal coming out of Vegas. You got to wash the Vegas off of you to be clean and whole for the Florida team. I get it. You're purifying yourself. Baptismal in Sin City. Let's get these sins from Vegas off. That's okay. We're going to be back to play with Lord Stanley. Lord Stanley did a lot of stuff.
Hola to Jorge who's watching. Hola, Jorge. He said, all in the ocean with those wild sharks, scary.
It is. But you know, that Stanley
so it is good for them.
Lit. It went everywhere. So sometimes you got
it will, and this is just their first stop. Listen, they They had beers being poured out of it from a second floor balcony of a bar into like a guy where they probably almost drowned this man in beer. It was so crazy. So
I gotta tell
interesting. Yeah.
Lord Stanley has to be the littest trophy ever.
He's got some stories, boy. Lord Stanley got stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I can only imagine what Lord Stanley has going on. Other NHL news. So NHL is having a new jerseys for the next season. They're partnering with Fanatics. FYI, it's not going to go crazy like the Major League Baseball changes happen. So the NHL is aware of any issues. They're keeping the same people that are making them. It's just branded now through Fanatics. So new jerseys are popping off. We've got the Anaheim Ducks coming back with the retro. The Kings unveil their new uniform as well as a modernized logo. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if any changes or anything new happens for our beloved Golden Knights as well.
Yeah, well, it better not look like that one in the Winter Classic. I tell you that much.
Listen, not the fallopian tube. Please, not the fallopian tube. It's just
I don't
want
to see that ever again. Okay, don't do that.
Absolutely. Lord Stanley.
Yeah, Lord Stanley really is.
I just want to kick it with Lord Stanley for a day. Like that's it. Like that's.
Listen, Lord Stanley be kicking it. Oh my God.
He got passport stamps. He got everything. So
no breaks. And gets no breaks. Sorry.
And gets no breaks. No, you're good.
Yeah,
We're almost done anyways. We do have a few girl power discussions to have. First will be for Sierra Burdick. So she was part of the 3-on-3 team this year that got picked. Her story, 3 years ago, she was on her 7th WNBA team. They had just returned from an away trip, and she was pulled to the side at the airport baggage claim and was informed that she was no longer needed. And which was a team for 7 days. So I was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. She went through humiliation and frustration. She felt deflated. Coming full circle to now, she was chosen and is now preparing for the 2004 Paris Olympics. So kudos for resiliency and staying on track. So good luck to her. We also got to give it up to Swin Cash, of course, newly Hall of Famer from 2002. Worked in the Liberty front office 2017, but 15-year WNBA career, 3-time league champ, 4-time All-Star. Has won gold medals in 2004 and 2012, promoted to senior VP of basketball operations for the Pelicans.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Got to love that. Woman in power and position.
Yes.
Good looking out for her.
Who's the athlete that fell 14,000 feet in the skydiving accident who was able to come back and walk again?
I barely saw that on something and I missed it.
Honorable mention to her. I didn't get the full story, but just the synopsis.
How did she survive it?
How is she walking again? She's walking again. She's herself. She's thriving and doing her life. Like, how did you survive that? 14,000.
If anybody has her name, shout it out in the comments, please. But I think I had ran past, swiped through that one, and then I couldn't come back to find it, and I just was like, wait a minute, where's the whole story here? What happened?
Ultimate girl power on that one too.
Oh my gosh. We got to give it also up to the Las Vegas Olympians. You've got Randall Cunningham's daughter, Vashanti Cunningham, who's going to compete in the high jump, her 3rd time competing in the Olympics. You got Katie Grimes, Claire Weinstein. They'll represent Team USA in swimming. Katie has a 1,500 free, 400 individual medley. Listen to this, a 10-kilometer marathon.
Wow.
That's a lot of swimming. 10 kilometers? I just can't.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Claire, the 200 free, as well as the 4x200 freestyle relay. So these are Las Vegas athletes that are heading to the Olympics, as well as, of course, our aces, too. So
yeah. Big up to them, man. Look at Vegas, just on the
shout out Heather. She said Emma Carey.
Yes.
She was the one. Dang it. Yeah, I needed to have that. That's my bad.
No, it's all good. That stuck in my head rent free. Like, wait a minute, 14,000 feet.
Yeah. And the last one, if you haven't seen this episode, I couldn't post it because I'd probably cry again. If you need a good cry, you gotta see when SVP talked with Stuart Scott's daughters in regards to the Stuart Scott Foundation. We're coming up on the 10th year anniversary of his epic SB speech. These two ladies, Taylor and Sydney, they really, I mean, it's just unforgettable. The way SVP was like, can you take the camera off me so I don't just keep on ugly crying? Like, it was just really sweet. So if you are able to donate for the Stuart Scott Foundation, go to v.org.Stewart. There is an anonymous donor who will be matching donations up to, I think, either $750,000 or $75,000. Either which way, someone's matching donations. So it's all for cancer research. And just that interview was so beautiful. It was so nice. It was wild. And then we also, I don't even know, I know you sent me a video of her, the 7'3", 17-year-old out of China, Zhang Zhizhu, had 44 points and 14 rebounds for Team China. I don't even understand. I can't imagine the growth spurts and the pain you must have in certain parts of your body getting to be 7'3" at 17. It's wild. So I don't know if she's on their Olympic team or what. I don't know if we're going to be seeing her and Liz Cambage facing off in next season, because I know Liz re-signed with the Chinese team out there as well.
She did, for $1 million too.
A whole million.
A cool million.
Yeah. Anyways, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. We appreciate those that have checked us out on Fuel Sports Network. We appreciate those that are subscribing. If you just caught the end of the show, feel free to go to our YouTube channel, catch the replay. You can watch the replay here on Facebook. Subscribe to all of our social media at Girl Chat Sports. We appreciate you as always. We can't wait to talk with you later. Have a safe weekend, and we'll be back next week sometime.
Hydrate in this heat.
Hydrate, yes.
You're in Vegas.
You're coming to Vegas. Get like a
hot. Hydrate. The humidity people hydrate too.
Yeah. Yes. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. See ya.
Okay, we are
Bye.
out.